demonstrating and reviewing the 1985. I'm just going to show them the 1985 Carolyn Kids by Sandra Lee, which has a description about it. Sandra Lee made this Carolyn Kid doll. Yeah, I know, it sings the song. I'm gonna. That was an old review that I did way back in 2016 when I was just 14 years old and my younger sister was there, to be my personal assistant. Here we are, just about 8 years later, and we're gonna be doing about the same review, except now all grown up. Welcome to episode 3 of Christmas animatronic reviews, or just animatronic reviews in general. Today we're going to be looking at an old friend of mine, an oldie that has been part of my life and every Christmas since when I was a young child. If you don't know her name already, she is called Carolyn Kid. Of course, coming to us from the Carolyn Kid series by Sandra Lee, released by a company called JCL, I believe it is. And, of course, released in 1985 by Carolyn Kids Incorporated. This Carolyn Kid has been part of my life, like I said in the beginning of this episode, since when I was a young child. The story of it is pretty interesting. When I was very young, she used to scare me. I really don't know why, but every time when she was seen or somebody turns her on, it will freak me out. It wasn't until 2012 that I started to get over my fears of her, and now she has become a lifetime friend of mine. I love this character so much. And doing a lot of research back in my days, I found out that she is part of a Carolyn Kids series that was released, I think, somewhere in the 80s. As I mentioned, I know her copyright year is 1985, so I'm guessing around the mid-80s. I believe my mother got her somewhere in the early 2000s. I'm totally not sure how long that we had it. But in terms of animatronic age, she is the oldest in the series. Last year she turned 35 and she's like now 36 in animatronic age. So it's been like 36 years since the series came out. So let's go over her design first. So let's look at her clothing. So of course she's got those little style pigtail hairs with some ribbons coming down her sides, the size of the hair, one of them being very long. And the colors of it is, of course, red and white, which is kind of like a candy cane. She is wearing a white clothing design, to be nice and warm, since, you're going out caroling on cold winter days. And, of course, her shoes, which is, of course, the animatronic part inside, is black. Let me give you a 360 of her. I'm just being very careful of her because I don't know how delicate she is. If you look in the back, there's a power switch right here where you can turn her off and you can turn her on. Now, when I put her into storage and when it's time to take down the Christmas decorations, I always have the switch at off just to maintain her battery life. Well, we don't really put her away with the batteries in because we always like to take the batteries out. But when she is ready to be used during the holidays, we turn the switch on and she'll, dance and sing for us away. She also has gotten a bit dirty, with the clothes and how old she is. Excuse me. Yeah, with how old she is. But she is still in pretty good condition. She's got a bit of little dresses in this here. We got this little snowman pin. And then here when, look at this, from one of my visits to Macy's Santaland back in 2012. Now let's take a look at the book. The book right here, as you see, in the front it says Carolyn Kids by Sandra Lee. In the back it tells you the history behind the making of the Carolyn Kids. It says here, in the summer of 1978, the Carolyn Kids were born in a small garage in San Diego, California. They were a circulation of an idea to make a gift of love for family and friends. Now, years later, Sandra Lee's Carolyn Kids has come to symbolize and represent all the children of the world. Each Carolyn Kid expresses the hopes and peace of the season. Sandra Lee enjoys sharing her gifts of love with each of you and hopes that your holiday season will benefit from the tranquility and peace of her caroling kids. You too can share in this gift of love by finding your own special caroling kid and taking them home to brighten your holiday season. These caroling kids are made expressly for you. Enjoy them now and for years to come. And of course, right here at the bottom says copyright JCL. And then just in the front, it just has some song notes. All right, let me put it back on here. Let's talk about movement. Her movement is very simple. She just sways her hips from side to side, and she's a two-song. That's right, a two-song. She sings two songs. Song number 1 is We Wish You a Merry Christmas, and song number 2 is Deck the Halls. In terms of being shown on my video, like you saw in the beginning, it was in 2016. I done a review of her somewhere around January of this year on my now deleted Robert Simpson Advice channel, and even made a cameo in my 2003 VHS closing of Powerpuff Girls 'Twas the Fight Before Christmas to close out the 2022 holiday project in January of last year. And now she's back here again, being reviewed for December. Alright, so I think I've gone into all the details with her, and this review is going to get a little long. So let me put this here. She takes 3 AA batteries. They are all fresh and new for her and perfect timing for this review. So let me press the right hand and let's hear her sing. She sings very beautifully, especially with all these years of me having her. And she still has that, nice angel of a voice. Even though this is an animatronic, and I'm guessing somebody must have did the voice of her. But yeah, that is, of course, my review on the Caroling Kids by Sandra Lee. Of course, released back in the 80s, mid-80s, of course, by Caroling Kids Incorporated and JCL. I totally recommend picking this one up if you see it at your local flea markets. Or you could check out on eBay, unless they are you accidentally get the ones that are broken and in need of repairs. Thankfully, mine doesn't, and she still works all these years later, which is very shocking and surprising. Well, if you enjoy it, why not hit that subscribe button today so you can be alerted when I upload new videos. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you can always join my notification squad. And most of all, don't forget to check me out on my other social media platforms, including Twitter, Reddit, Blue Sky, and etc. Alright, guys. Thank you for checking this out. Oh, as a reminder, this is pre-recorded, as this was just shot last night. Episode 4 will be coming out today, as well as your regularly Christmas holiday videos on VHS and DVD. I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy yourselves and take care.